Good evening. Welcome to this episode of Phenomena, where we find out what's phenomena and what's phenomena. I am your humble host, David. With me, our science guy, Tim.
Hey, folks.
And on tonight's investigation,
Hey!
How could I have forgotten? On camera, Lou. And because Tim's footage last time was so horrendous, much like the Bigfoot videos we've seen, we've got on camera 2, Eugene.
My name is Mike.
And on this chilly autumn evening, our producer, John, staying safe and cozy in his wussy little office, out of the elements.
You know, when Dave asked me if I was going to be going out to the field with them, I thought, at least, my answer was pretty clear. No. Dave didn't quite grasp that concept, though. Thinking of using flashcards next time? Maybe he'll get that, I don't know. So it's not like, a little bad weather is going to deter me or anything like that. It's just, I have plans with my wife tonight.
John and his wife. I'm genuinely very happy for John and his wife. They met online. They really had animated conversation. They just really clicked as a couple. And she's very attractive if you like the petite, big-breasted, pink-haired, blue-skinned, level 80 tavern witches in World of Warfare.
It's funny. Married life has really... It's changed me. It's strange. It's different somehow. I used to go on raids and in dungeons, and I'd get drops. I'd just keep it, sell it, whatever, But now if something drops that she can use, something that fits her class, I just give it to her, let her sell it. She can do whatever. It's really strange. It's great. It's a neat feeling. Because now I'm less selfish. I'm looting for two.
What? It's not even a real marriage. They're characters in a game. They've never even met in real life. In the real world.
See, I don't think Dave understands. Copophilia and I are in love. Dave's never been in love. Not with anybody. Except maybe himself. I think the problem stems from the fact that he's hung like a eunuch. Not that I would... I've never actually seen... Honestly, it's like a tic-tac.
I don't even think I would mind if she was a real human, but she's a fairy nymph. He's a snow giant. They're not even genetically compatible, let alone socially. And it's... I'm not even going to think about skronking with them. Because imagine a beer keg into a koozie. It's like trying to stuff a 2-liter bottle in your back pocket while running from the security guard. It's like trying to shove a midget in a blender.
Get away from the camera!
It's like trying to force your entire arm up your nose. All right, that's almost definitive proof that it's like trying to shove a live woolly mammoth in a fish bowl. No, it's like trying to shoot a bazooka in a gopher hole. Yeah, boom! Jesus, got that one.
John's relationship, it hasn't caused a lot of problems for the show. Yet. But, well, look, I've done a lot of research into sexuality in cyberspace. Academic research. And, well, John's my friend and all, but this woman, it's like she's starting to rule his life. It's like she's taken over.
Honey, I'm at work here. 5,000 gold? Why do you... Well, didn't I just buy you a new set of armor yesterday? What do you mean you sold it? That included the charm of making. Come on. What? Oh, okay, yes, dear, okay. I'll log in and I'll send it right now.
He's completely pixelated.
Okay, guys, can we actually do this investigation?
Yep. Yeah.
Is that all right with you? All right. Tonight, we're looking at the mystery surrounding a particular event. Hey, Scorsese,
Huh?
do you want to stick with the action here?
Sure.
Tonight, we're in the field. Literally, we're in a field. But not just any field. This particular field has a horrible legend behind it. One that tells of a dark, mysterious figure that stalks these lands at night.
I'm not happy with the weather forecast for this investigation. And I had half a semester of meteorology at Smoketown Community College, so I know about weather. And I know it can interfere with the equipment. but you don't always get to choose the where and the when you're a paranormal investigator.
Now, why would I continue with the investigation in the rain? You know, this is a tough job, and sometimes you have to roll up your sleeves and trudge ahead. You got to get to the truth. And the landowners were out of town, so there was much less chance of getting caught trespassing.
Hey, I think John had the right idea. It's raining out here. Let's move this inside.
Come in here, Tim. Lou, you and Frank kind of stay out there. I think this frames us better. Right here. As I was saying, a sinister figure roams these lands at night.
Yeah, the current landowners claim to have seen the figure in that very field, usually around the harvest time.
Local history reports that there have been a series of violent attacks on men.
And women?
Yeah, women. But it's a mystery as to who or what are committing these violent acts. But they are so violent that locals stay away from this land and this farm as night falls.
Wait. What? Then why are we here at night?
Because we're here to find out what's phenomena and what's phenomenot.
Well, I met these guys on Craigslist, and they seem to know what they're doing, but now I'm not so sure. I mean, they don't even know my name.
According to legend, this land was once owned by the Rappahannock Indians.
That's not legend, that's historical record.
So all of this land was once Indian tribal land. And although there's no historical record that there was an ancient Indian burial ground around here, I'm almost certain Indians have died on this land.
Anyway, the real urban myth started with the Civil War, when apparently the local townspeople captured a deserter from the Confederate Army and tied him to a post out in that field as a punishment.
Field of dreams turns into field of nightmares.
I think they just wanted to leave him out in the sun for a few days to teach him a lesson. But according to legend, he was swarmed by crows and eaten alive.
And that all happened right here on this farm.
Allegedly.
That's right, according to legend. Do you smell that, Tim? It smells like death.
I think that would be the bovine feces.
Bovine feces. Could you explain that to our audience, please?
Cow poop.
Sometimes during investigating, you've got to dig deep into the location's past. It's to separate the historical fiction from the historical fact.
It's important to me that we get the facts right. Dave can do his mugging for the camera, but we're all here to find out the truth about the unexplained. And I'm confident that we can find a scientific explanation for these strange occurrences if we just work together as one cohesive unit.
Now's the time on the investigation we're going to split up. Tim and Richard are going to investigate the field.
My name is Mike.
Lou and I are going to check out this barn.
Night vision's on.
Records show that this land and this farm was owned by Joseph LeMontagne.
That's LeMontagne. G is silent.
Yeah,
E2.
right. Joseph had a rather large family. Reports say that he had as many as 13 kids of varying ages, some of which were old enough to start having kids on their own. All lived on this land with Joseph and the rest of his family. Let's get out of the rain and take this investigation inside.
Since the current landowners claim to have seen a figure in this field, we set up some motion-activated lamps with cameras attached, just to see what we can pick up. I've spent a lot of time building and preparing this equipment for use in the field. We're a small group, we don't have a lot of money, and it's not like we could buy this off the shelf at the local radio shed. I've had to cannibalize a lot of my own household appliances to find parts for the spectral analyzer and for the motion-activated camera. I just hope they're not ruined by the weather or by Dave.
All right, we're going to need the EMF detector and the MPV detector, and I don't know what the hell that is. It's like trying to shove a giant-sized sausage in a regular-sized hot dog bun. It's going to keep slipping out, especially if you use mustard. Especially if you use mustard. Like that. The crops from that season were tainted, contaminated, poisoned even. This resulted in the death of many of the townfolk, and even of of Joseph's family members. They were brought here to this barn. They were stored in this loft, stored like sacks of grain, waiting for the overworked undertaker to go about his dark deeds, burying the bodies. No one's been up here for over 100 years. Until right now.
You do realize I was up here before you, right?
It doesn't count. You're the camera guy. When you're the host, people are tuning in to see you. I'm the face of the show. They're not tuning in to see John. Tim, maybe. But I'm the one who gives them the experience. I bring the truth to their sets. And it's frankly best that they even forget that Lou exists. Hey! They've heard wails coming from up here, footsteps, cries of agony. No one knows what it is, but we're going to find out tonight. We're going to record some PEVs, phenomenal electronic voices.
EVP, electronic voice phenomenon.
Lou, that's what I said.
And there's no S?
Lou, I'm the host. I know what I said.
But there's a
Lou, who's on the camera?
It's on tape.
Who's the host?
It's on tape.
Let's continue.
This field is still in use today. But apparently, there are still places where nothing will grow.
Did you hear something?
What was that?
Was what?
Sound like a scream.
It's probably the wind. Who would be screaming? We're out in the middle of nowhere. Now just keep it quiet. I'm trying to get some PEVs here. Did you die here? I'm not even sure if the Rappahannock Indians even spoke American, but we're going to see if we get some of their PEVs here. Are the Indians that lived on this land?
What was that?
Lou, shut up. You're messing up the investigation.
What the hell was that?
Lou!
Dave, look out! Dave? Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, God. Ow! Oh, God. Help! 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 Help!
All right, just need to arm my spell of transcendental wisp slaying, and we'll be ready to go. What? What do you mean you have to go? We're in the middle of a parade. Listen, if you call this being committed to the guild, mister, you gotta realign your priorities. I don't care about your mom. What do you mean she can't bathe herself? What? Oh, well, I'm sorry, I didn't, okay. Well, okay, Timmy, well, you just go ahead and take care of that, and we'll find somebody else to tank this. That's fine. Hey, listen, tomorrow at school, kickball, buddy. Remember, bob and weave. Bob and weave. All right, see ya.